this is Jody with Books with Jody. I'm back. We're back. Thanks for coming back. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for coming and watching my video. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And leave comments, leave recommendations to books. Let me know what you're reading. And yeah, so let's get started. I'm here to talk about a book series that has me in a chokehold right now. It's the New Haven series by J.L. Seegers. It's called Revive Me and Restore Me. Amazon recommended it to me because I had read the Danger series by India Carter, and they had to deal with like dom-sub relationships, and those books were really good books. I love those books. Those are definitely in my top 10 for 2022. So if you haven't read Tempted by Danger and Captivated by Danger by India Carter, you should go do that like right now. I mean, if you're into that stuff, but even if you're not, give it a chance. It's so good. I swear to you, I wouldn't lie to you. So, but right now we're going to talk about Revive Me and Restore Me. And I got recommended those Revive Me because I was looking for a book similar to India Carter, the Danger series that I had just finished. And so they recommended me Revive Me, and so I read it. And yeah, it was so good. A couple of things. Chris, I'm so mad at Chris right now. Like, what the actual... Like, what? Like, that Revive Me is the first book that I really, like, felt, like, heartbroken. I felt like I was Mallory. Like, why did Chris do that to her? I mean, I understood why, but I feel like it could have went so many different ways. And I hadn't read Restore Me, so I didn't know, you know, what happened after. I just knew that he had she walked into this picture and it wasn't what it was at all. Like, I literally, my heart broke for Mallory. Like, I'm still heartbroken. I'm still heartbroken. But after reading Restore Me, okay, so you supposed to read Restore Me first and then Revive Me, but I read them backwards. So after reading Restore Me, like, I realized they do come in contact with each other again. They do see each other again. And he, messes it up again, twice, 3 times if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, like, J.L. Seegers better come through with the book 3. And it better be a happy ending. J.L. Seegers better come through with book 3 because it better be a happy ending for Mallory and Chris. Even though I'm a little ticked off with Chris right now and, like, he's on my, like, shit list, I still am, like, holding out hope for them to be together because they were so cute. I feel like they were really in love with each other, and just how they, just how their whole relationship played out was, like, yeah. So, yeah. No, but seriously, like, because they started off fake dating. It was for his father. He was a doctor, and he was trying to prove a point to him. And then, the fake dating ended up with them being in love and them, like, having this strong bond, this strong connection. I felt like they were invincible to the world. Like, he was standing up to his dad, and he brought her to the back to his hometown for the funeral. And, I thought everything was going good. And then he came, or like, it was his birthday, and like that whole mess went down, and Mallory was left crying, boohooing. Like, that whole scene at the car in the parking lot just broke my heart because, like, I couldn't imagine walking into that. Like, I thought I was here with you. I just got off the phone with you. You pretended like you didn't want to do nothing for your birthday. Meanwhile, like, this whole big party going on, you about to, do this in front of, like, it wasn't even like in front of her. She just happened to walk in, and I couldn't imagine. So Mallory is my girl. I will always have her back. And I low-key, like, am glad that she's, like, you know, messing with other dudes and Restore Me and trying to get her groove back or whatever. But I was kind of mad she was giving Chris time of day. But I have to go back and think about it from Chris' point of view. You know, he had his father in his ear, and his father was threatening him with something, and it was just a lot for him to process. And so what could you have done but to give in, because he didn't want to hurt the person that he loved. And I do truly believe that he loved Mallory. It just literally, like, I'm still I'm still upset. Even after reading Restore Me, I'm still upset. Like, I'm still upset because what the heck? What the heck? Please, J.O. Seegers, please let Chris and Mallory have a happy ending. And I want them to get married. I want them to get married. I want them to get pregnant and have a baby. And I want it to end like that. And I don't want them, you know, fighting or anything. Please. I want Chris to put his big boy pants on, stand up to his dad, let him know what the deal is. He's in love with Mallory. I want to be with Mallory, and that's that. Like, I don't get it. I'm not understanding, Chris. Please let me know. Okay? Anyway, so back to, yeah, so that's that. Revive Me left me brokenhearted and sad. And so I was like, wait, there's another book called Restore Me. And lo and behold, I read the books backwards. And Restore Me, okay, so I'm glad I read them backwards, because I don't think I would have wanted to know that what happened with Sloan or Mallory's brother in Revive Me. Like, I guess I will never have that experience of reading Restore Me before Revive Me, because I read Revive Me from Restore Me. So, I don't know. Yeah. But when I was reading Revive Me, I was like, why is Dominic so, like, angry every time he get around Sloan? At first I thought he was, like, jealous because he was always the fifth wheel in the situation. And then I was like, well, maybe he likes her. And then it was just like, well, maybe he just genuinely doesn't like his friend with her. But I felt like Sloan was always good. What was the brother's name? I want to say it was Eric. Let me see. Yeah, Eric. So Eric and Nick, Eric, I lost my train of thought, so I'm gonna go back to Sloan. So the whole Sloan and Nick situation, in my head I was like, why is Nick always, like, so mean to Sloan? Is it because he's with, or she's with his best friend, and, like, they're always together and they're never apart? But then it just, every time, like, he had something negative to say, or it was, like, always animosity towards Sloan. And so in my head I was like, he either likes her or they're pretending not to like each other. But Sloan was really in love with Eric, so I was like, well, you know, maybe not. And then, so I read Restore Me, and I was like, oh, it all makes sense now. So Nick was actually the first boy to meet Sloan. His best friend met her after, introduced her as his girlfriend, and he took a step back as, I guess, he loved his best friend so much that he was allowing him to have the girl that he wanted, or the girl of his dreams. But yeah, that was kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie, like, you being in love with your best friend's girlfriend and not telling him. I would have rather just tell him that I was in love with her the first time they met, or like try to jog her memory a little bit. But you know, like Lauren, or Sloane's mom, Lauren, was, you know, the mom from hell. And she, stop. No. You know, when Eric introduced her, he was just like, damn, like maybe she wasn't really feeling me. And he was so in love with her. He was like, how am I gonna hide this? And he's like, I have no other choice but to act like I hate her. And I wonder how hard that was for him. Like, I couldn't imagine being in love with someone and watching my best friend be in a relationship with them, marry them, all that. Like, he said he even stood at the altar as his best man, like wishing that she was his wife. And honestly, I don't know how to feel about that, so I'm not gonna speak on it. I just want to say I'm glad Dominic found happiness. I'm glad they're getting married. I'm excited to see more of them. I laughed a lot in both books. I really love the dialogue between everyone. I'm excited to see what happens with Chris and Mallory in in book 3. I really hope she doesn't drag us along too much and we get immediately to like them getting back together or them working it out. You know, he's already trying to work it out, like trying to insert himself at dinner, trying to insert himself at, you know, trying to go to the wedding, look for wedding venues with her, and she is just annoyed. But you can tell that she secretly like wants him there because they were in love. They're both in love with each other. It was just Chris couldn't stand up to his father, but also Chris, you know, was protecting Mallory. And we don't know if he told Mallory that or not. We'll see in book 3. And I'm excited to see what happens. Please, J.L. Seegers, let Mallory and Chris get married. Like, Revive Me broke my heart. I'm still sad about it. It still keeps me up at night. And I just want them together. I want Chris to wake up. I want him to stand up to his father. I want him to, you know, get his act together and restore me. It looked like he was trying to get his act together, but, you know, Mallory was giving him a hard time because it was like he was on his 3rd strike at this point. Like, dude, figure it out. So I'm holding out hope. I'm holding out hope. So yeah, I'm excited. And I'm really looking forward to what happens in the next book. Like I said, I laughed a lot in that book. I definitely cried, and it was I don't know what to say. It was just so good. Like, I definitely give the series so far 5 out of 5 for both books. Hands down, 5 out of 5 for both books. Yeah. So Chris, I'm talking to you. Look me in my eye. Chris, please get your shit together. Please get your shit together. Thank you for coming back and watching this video. I had a good time chit-chatting it up with you guys about the New Haven series by J.L. Seegers, Revive Me and Restore Me. And remember, Restore Me goes before Revive Me. Don't be like me and read the books backwards. But I don't mind spoilers, so I'm good with how I read it. I'm glad I read Revive Me before Restore Me, honestly. I'm still heartbroken over Revive Me. I hope J.L. Seegers comes through with the book 3. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I am out this thing. Bye. I feel like I didn't go into depth with these 2 books like I did my other book review. Go check that out. I did a book review on It Ends With Us and It Starts With Us. Let me know how you like them. Like, comment, and subscribe. Go tell me what you thought about those 2 books. But in those videos, I did a lot of rambling and I told a lot of the stories. And I'll try not to do that with Restore Me and Revive Me. And it was really hard. I did have a lot of favorite moments and highlights, but once I started talking about those, like I said, I start to ramble and end up telling you the whole book and the whole story. So if you did read this book, let's chat about it in the comments. I'm not going, or DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is books with Jody, and we can talk about all the juicy stuff and our favorite moments and our highlights. I'm out this thing. Peace.